Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to the Mulgrave Country Club. Welcome along to That's Good for Footy. Welcome along to St Kilda night. Yeah. Great to have you all here. As I said, this is the That's Good Footy panel show, the family-friendly, live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. The show is for the passionate supporter. The show allows you to see the players be themselves. I'm ready, let's go. St Kilda show, August the 30th, 2023. Please welcome to the show. He's our first panellist. He was born on the 14th of January in 1994. He's played a total of 159 games. He's kicked 56 goals. He made his AFL debut in 2013. When he plays for the St Kilda Football Club, he wears the number 5 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Brad Crouch.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, how I want to be with St Kilda, when the Saints go marching in.
There you go. How nice is that? Brad Crouch, everyone. Would you like to say hello in your own formidable way?
Yeah, no, it's good to be here and good to see so many Saints supporters. I'm sure everyone's excited with next weekend, so very exciting time for us at the moment.
Absolutely, isn't it? Let's get our second panellist out there because we know how excited he can be. He is our second panellist. He was born on the 3rd of June in 1996. He's played a total of 128 games and he has kicked 152 goals. When he plays for the St Kilda Football Club, he wears the number 16 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Dan Butler.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, how I want to be with St Kilda, when the Saints go marching in.
There you go. You know, he's a sneaky little forward, right? Because everybody had their cameras ready for him to come down that side of the room and he goes, I know what I'm doing. I'm going around that way. That was good. I like that. Very, very tricky. Boys, nice to see you both. How was your day today? What did you both get up to?
We actually had the day off today, so...
Yep. Which entailed?
For me, I was pretty quiet today. I did a little bit, went to the Brighton bars this morning, which me and Dan are both a member at, so we go down there, get in the water and... no, I was actually pretty quiet, rested up, and we got main training tomorrow. So
nice. Okay.
That was good.
Yep. And what did you get up to today, Dan?
Yeah, pretty quiet as well. I lost my mouth guard on the weekend, unfortunately, so I had to go get fitted for a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, and then played golf. So that was it.
Where'd you do that, and how'd you go?
Played at Yarra. Me, Rowan Marshall, and Windhager all played, and Rowan had a day. Shot 3 over today. So
No way.
yeah, he's pulled one out of his arse a bit, but
Wow.
that's good.
Hopefully that rubs off and it has that continuation of good luck. Maybe he's rubbing the Buddha belly and he heads off to Crown tonight.
I know. We might have to rub his head all before the game next week and hopefully get some of his luck.
There'll be a bit of rubbing going on. I like it. All right. Let's get stuck in, boys. We want to do it in our first little segment. It's called Past, Present, Future, okay? The Saints have finished the 2023 home and away season 6th on the ladder with 13 wins and 10 losses. Good. Absolutely, with a percentage of 107.8. Compare this to last year. You finished 10th with 11 wins and 11 losses and a percentage of 99.3. You've moved up 4 spots and you were in the 8 all year. How much growth and development have you seen in the playing group, both of you?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's I guess last year was pretty disappointing for us. We felt we were in a lot of games and lost a lot of close ones. I think this year we've sort of won some of them closer games at different times, and the way we've played's obviously changed with a new coach as well. So we feel that we're hitting form at the right time of the year, and the season's been really up and down for a lot of teams. There hasn't really been a team that's played well throughout the whole season. So we're happy with our form going into the finals. And although we lost the game on the weekend up in Brisbane, we feel that our best footy is hopefully ahead of us.
Yeah, good. And as Ross said, that's not real footy. Real footy starts very shortly. Dan, your thought process. You've come from Richmond. You won a flag 2017 with the senior side, 2019 VFL side. Circumstance for you. You've come across to Richmond. What have you seen as a developmental growth in the playing group at the St Kilda Football Club?
Yeah, good question. I think, especially this year when Ross has come in, and obviously there was, it was a bit of a weird feeling last year with Rats leaving, and but Ross has come in with a new team, and bringing Lenny and Halves and Goddard along, and the amount of education and meetings and stuff we've had about our game plan over the summer and all year is probably more than I've ever been involved in, and with every meeting we've got notepads and. We're always on our toes because Ross can always throw questions at us, and you got to be on your game. So it's definitely helped us this year. I feel like all the younger players and older players have got a lot better understanding of the game plan, and how we want to play. So obviously been a good year so far, but still plenty to go.
For sure. Can I ask you this? And both of you answer this question. Cardiovascular work. You're a running team. How much emphasis was there on that in the pre-season?
Oh yeah, we did a lot of running. Probably the most running I've done in a fair while, I reckon, until back probably when I was second year, I reckon, when I was trying to get fit and lose my puppy fat. But yeah, I think it's great. We had probably a pre-season a couple of years ago where we didn't do too much, and that cost us early in the season. So we came in super fit. I'm sure you'd see that we're running games out really well, and particularly early in the season, we're running sides off their legs. So we feel that's a pretty big improvement for us compared to some of the other teams, and hopefully it holds us in good stead in the final series. Yeah,
I would say so. Saints have played more of a defensive brand of football this year under Ross, and it shows in your points against ranking. You're ranked number 1 in the league. The Saints are a much harder team to score against. Your back six has been great this year, led by All-Australian Cal Wilkie, the Great Wall of Wilkie, as most people would allude to. Wanganeen Miller, Stocker, Windhager, Battle and Webster, along with another All-Australian in Jack Sinclair. That's a pretty good back six, and you've got a lot of defensive work. But a lot of run off half back. Jack's brought a lot to the table in that respect. Tell us a little bit about that process, defensive work being more of, we know, and I'll go into it shortly, about defensive structure, winning games. Tell us more about what the thought process when Ross came into the club and said, this is the direction I want to go in.
Yeah, it's probably something we've lacked the last few years, is a really solid defensive structure, and everyone knew kind of Ross was a bit more defensive minded, and he's come in with really good ideas and how the back seven like to set up, which has really helped us. So another thing that's helped us is they've kind of been pretty fit all year. Apart from Dougal going out of the team, they've had pretty much the same 6 or 7 all year, which kind of helps getting games into the young players like Windhager, and Nazai's been unreal as well. So for them to learn off Sinclair, who's probably the best halfback in the comp, it's awesome for us, and we love what they're bringing.
And cohesion as well, Dan. I mean, you came from a side in 2017, Alex Rance, Dylan Grimes. You had a really strong backline, a really good defence at the Richmond Football Club. Obviously went on to win the flag in that year. That's the sort of structure that you're talking about, having good cohesion with the boys that you've got in your backline there. I also wanted to acknowledge a man who I think has been brilliant this year and thoroughly deserves his first call-up in Rowan Marshall. Yeah. He's played all 23 games and averaged 20 disposals per game. He's had a fabulous season, and it's seriously one of the nicest blokes in footy. What's your thoughts on his season, and what's he done to make you better?
Obviously playing with him every week in the midfield, he's been great for me. He's developed a lot over the past few years, and I think, with Paddy retiring last year, it's obviously a big workload for Rowan, being the number one ruck and going in with one ruck every week. But he's up to that. He's super fit for a ruckman. He runs probably better than... there's not many that can run with him really in the AFL, to be honest. And
Mexi Gorn, I think, is a good comparison. Yeah. But he's just got such stamina.
And he just gets to contests and plays to his strengths really well. So yeah, it's great to see that he's in the All-Australian squad, and hopefully he's a chance tonight. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe I do know, but I don't think he is.
We had a little bit of a, I hope you don't mind, but that little chat that we had out the back about another All-Australian, he had a little bit of a side bet with you. Are we allowed to discuss that and talk about that in an open forum? I hope so.
Yeah, I'm assuming the team would have come out by now, so I think Wilkes probably going to make the team, I think. So, yeah, I had a bet with him... Had a bet with him about 4 or 5 weeks ago that if he makes the All-Australian team, he has to buy himself a new car. He's driving a 2009 Kluger that's done 250,000 Ks. And, I said, mate, an All-Australian can't be getting around in that anymore. So
Green jacket will clash with it.
no, exactly. So he's going to have to stay to his word. So we're going to keep him accountable to that.
That's beautiful. I love it. I reckon that's wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on Rowan Marshall. I've got you boys here because I want to talk about you, but I also want to allude to the fact that, as I just said, his stamina, it's amazing, and he is at every contest. He's now able to go down and be a fill-in role as well in your back line, as well as your forward line. He's so versatile. Your thoughts on it, on his season?
Yeah, that's probably the thing. He's so versatile that you kind of want him playing everywhere. You want him in the ruck, you want him forward, because when he comes forward, he's just got such good hands. He probably needs to work on his goal kicking a little bit, but yeah, we love having him forward because it gives Maxi a bit of a chop out, and he's so dangerous in the air. But yeah, obviously I was lucky enough to play under 18s with Rowan and kind of seeing his journey. He was about 40 kilos lighter than he is now. He was a little beanpole, and to see his work over the last few years, and yeah, it's incredible. And
It is.
he works hard for it, so he deserves everything he gets.
Absolutely. It looked like by having Paddy Ryder in the side at the time, I mean, he was such a versatile unit that they were able to probably learn a lot of each other and play off each other's strengths. And I think it was probably good for Rowan to have him as a tutelage, take him on a mentorship, if you will, because he's a better person for it. He's come out, he's had a fabulous year. I wish him all the best of luck, not just for tonight, but also moving into the finals. The buy-in from the playing group surrounding the game plan and the systems is evident. There seems to be more cohesion with everyone playing their role. What's your take on that?
Yeah, Ross really preached that from the start to us. We sort of think, we're only as good as our weakest link, and we talk about that a fair bit. And the games this year we've won and played well in. It's weight of numbers effort, and we think we're a team that can bring that most weeks, and we're still working on a consistency with that. But it hasn't been a smooth sailing whole year for us, but we think it's really going the right way. And I think, like Butts touched on before, some of the meetings and our game education stuff is first class, and we're fully bought in, and we're all in for Ross, and he's been awesome for us.
Yeah. That buy-in, we speak of it. I know, again, I'm not referring back to Richmond. I'm not going to keep doing it, but I'm just saying because you came from that culture, there was a lot of buy-in there with what Dimmer was up to and what he wanted the playing group to obviously do. There was notes that was written and handed off to everybody. A lot of buy-in from everybody in the group. You feel the same way about what you're going through and experiencing now at St Kilda?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's probably just about that, role clarity and players, not necessarily getting a lot of the ball, but opening up space for other people and getting rewarded for that. So, yeah, you look at some of our, half forwards, wingers, half backs that run a lot to create space for the mids and others to get it. Probably don't get rewarded as much on the stat sheet, but it kind of gets brought up in meetings and stuff like that. So Ross really appreciates, that kind of little stuff, and that's why people get games.
Yeah, brilliant. Tell me your thoughts on this, and is it accurate? The brand of football St Kilda are displaying at the moment is something you can rely on. You're competitive, you take it up to the opposition, you're tough at the ball and the contest, you tackle in numbers, you have super quick ball movement, and you're a team of runners built off defensive pressure. Is this the blueprint for what was laid out in the pre-season?
Yeah, it was, and I think, hopefully our supporters see that and can feel it when we bring it to life.
Let's ask them. Do you see that? Do you feel it? I love to get their opinion because I think it's really... Everything I said there is spot on.
Yeah, and it just a lot of the time you finish games and people say, gee, your pressure was unbelievable, you blokes. And that's how we want to play. We want to play and bring that. And, not all games are going to be like that. They get played in different ways, and you come up against different sides that do things differently to you. They might kick the ball around on us and try not to make it that sort of game. So, we're working on all that sort of stuff. That if it's not that game that's going to be played like that, how can we win another way? So, and I think that's all part of developing a really good team and a really good squad.
Yeah. You want to reiterate anything further than that?
No, it's pretty much
Accurate.
spot on.
Yeah, say no more, I get it. We know footy is won from centre clearances and defensive pressure, especially with the way the game is being played nowadays. It's all about intercept marking and turnover. Put pressure on the ball carrier, apply tackling pressure, get it in from D50 to offensive 50 and not allow your opponent to score. Sounds pretty good when you just read it on paper, doesn't it? This is something that the Saints have been good at all year. The average score for your opponents has been 75 points. That's pretty bloody good. Yes, that's right up there. It's elite pressure, what you're able to bring to the table. Looking at the home and away season, in retrospect, how pleasing is it to acknowledge that as a playing group, you have remained focused on the directives from the coaching staff, bearing in mind that you have battled through injuries of key personnel, but you're now playing finals?
Yeah, it's obviously really exciting. I think, Ross has come in and he's brought this game plan that not only he wants delivered in the home and away season, but something that'll stand up in finals as well. So it's kind of off the back of our contest and our pressure. And it's obviously been a bit of an up and down year. We had a bit of a lull, probably 6 to 8 weeks ago for, a month. And it was actually, probably pretty good for us because we learned a lot about ourselves and those kind of losses and those kind of patches set you up for, what you can learn and going into finals. So potentially if we play well through there, we just get found out later in the year and it's kind of a bit too late to make up for it. So it kind of feels like things have happened in the right place and we're starting to hit some good form now. Cohesion,
gelling, just that whole conformity, everybody's on the same page, everyone's reading from the same hymn book. You can see it. It looks fabulous. It's great. That's why St Kilda are in the position they are, and let's hope you can continue to go forward. Max was rested last week, the week off. He'll come back fresh. Same will probably go for Caminiti, Howard and Ross. That's your forward line bolstered, your back line boosted, and your midfield strengthened. It's looking good if it all plays out that way. Can you give us any insight? I know that, yes, we can say Max King will be coming back in. What about Caminiti, Howard and Ross?
Max will definitely play, assuming he gets through training. I think Ross is definitely a chance to play.
Okay,
obviously, hamstrings are a bit edgy, but I think he's got to get through a few more sessions, and he'll put his hand up to play. I believe Dougal will be fit to play, and I believe Cameron will be fit to play as well. So it could be a selection.
Excellent, mate. That's brilliant. Let's talk about your next game. It's a big one, all right. Second elimination final. You'll be facing the GWS Giants, who finished the season just below you in 7th. It is on Saturday afternoon, September the 9th at the MCG. Giants have had a season similar to the Saints. Win-loss-wise is what I'm talking about there. Percentage-wise, you're beating them by 0.7%. Last time you met back in round 10, you beat them by 12 points. Your thoughts on how you think this one's going to go?
Yeah, I think it's it's a finals game, so I think it'll be a close game. They always are, and they've been in great form the last 6 to 8 weeks, and it's going to be exciting for us. We feel like we've got a brand, as I said before, that stands up in finals, and bar the Brisbane game, our last 2 weeks, last 2 to 3 weeks have been really solid. So can't wait for it. The boys are pretty excited to be at the G and get some finals experience there. No better place than 3:20 on the Saturday afternoon. So,
I'm getting goosebumps now.
Hopefully we can get a big crowd, and I don't think they have too many supporters, so we'll have to fill it up with red, white and black. Yeah.
Speaking of which you just alluded to the fact you obviously play Marvel really well and you had quite a few games there this year. MCG, how do you boys like playing there? It is the home of football. Yes, I get all that, but how do you like playing there?
Yeah, love it. I think it's great. We play pretty well at Marvel, but I think everyone wants to play at the MCG. We've got to get used to it. Yeah. Hopefully, if we're going to play in the grand final there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. All I wanted to say is all the best to both of you. Stay fit, stay healthy, and more importantly, stay injury-free. Good luck, and everyone in the room, go Saints. All right, I want to get to know the boys a little bit better because they want to get to know you. That's what they said out the back anyway, so we'll see how we go with this. It's called Getting to Know You. Let's find out a little bit more about the boys. As a footballer, what's the one thing you want to be remembered as and for?
Oh, gee, I'd just like to be remembered as reliable.
Yep.
And I guess for trying my best and getting the most out of myself.
Good. Nice answer.
I just think a good teammate who worked hard for others.
Yep. All right, good. Is there one memory that has been your favourite football moment?
Oh, I'll probably play my first game I guess because, growing up you always want to play AFL footy and just being able to, finally get that first game and have your family and friends.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Probably the grand final in 2017. But
No need to apologise.
probably the best,
I played for Adelaide, so it wasn't a good day for me. It just keeps coming up, doesn't it?
Yeah, doesn't it? They're kicking each other other end of the desk at you. You should see this. No, that's funny. I like that. Not bad. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. All right. Aside from your career, who else's career have you admired from afar, past or present?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably my best mate over in Adelaide, Tex Walker.
Oh, yeah?
It's been great to watch his resurrection, really, over the last 4 or 5 years. It's been pretty amazing.
Nice. I like it.
Growing up, I was a Collingwood supporter, unfortunately. So, early on, Alan Didak was my favourite player. And then kind of when he moved on, Pendlebury was mine. So,
Yeah, good.
it's pretty cool playing against him, like growing up idolising him and then, you're playing against him. So, he's someone I always looked up to.
Yeah, well said. All right. When you think about past greats of the club, talk about the St Kilda Football Club, who's the first person that springs to mind for you?
Nick Rewalt.
All right.
Yeah, probably Stevie Milne.
Yeah,
Small
wow.
forward.
Separate, all right. Yeah, nice. Good. You have an open training session. Every man, woman and child are calling your name, asking for selfies or an autograph. Is that still something that you can't get your head around?
Not really. I think it's all good. We love interacting with supporters and kids and stuff like that. It can get a bit overawing at different stages and when you're not feeling as good after losing games and stuff like that, but it's all fun.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I agree. I think, we would have been the same growing up, seeing AFL players, trying to get a photo and stuff with them. So, we understand, you can put a smile on kids' faces and stuff like that. So it's definitely, a great part of the job and worthwhile.
Excellent. Love it. Very nice answer. After a game, what's worse, picking up a dropped iPhone on the boundary line or when you see a sign in the crowd with someone asking for your boots?
Oh, I can't split them. They're both bad.
Yeah, I reckon I picked one phone up at the start and then haven't done it since, and I've only got one good pair of boots, so I'm not giving them away.
Very nice, boys. At what age were you when you first got your first football?
Oh, I would have been 2 or 3, I reckon.
Yeah?
I grew up with a footy in the hand and, I've always loved it since I was a young fella.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was similar, yep.
Yeah, good. All right. What has been your... let's go with this. Who has been your best mate at the club since arriving?
Oh, it's a tough one. I'm very close with Butts, obviously being a Ballarat boy, and I'm very close with... We've probably got a friendship group of 3 or 4 of us, so Steely, Wilkes, Dougal Howard... we sort of hang around a fair bit.
Good.
With the girls as well. So, they've been great.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think those, us 5, pretty close. Rowan Marshall as well. But I think the good thing is that, we're at such a good age around the club that everyone gets along really well. And we just got a message before from one of the young lads, James Van Ness. Someone else has gone to his house and tipped baked beans all over his car. So he was a bit flat with that. So there's a coward out there somewhere we're trying to find.
Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, no. All right. No, not. That's one common denominator in there, country attitude. You've all got that, Ballarat, we talk about Warrnambool, Portland, all the boys have got that farm boy attitude, if you will. So describe for us what you were thinking turning up to the club for the first day. Who was the first person or player that made you feel welcome?
Oh, I guess it's a bit different for me and Butts as we both got traded from other teams. But I think probably the first person would be our welfare manager, Tony Brown, who played a lot of footy for the club, and he's amazing. He's a great
good.
welfare manager, and the boys absolutely adore him.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I like that. Excellent.
Yeah, I think similar. Like getting traded, it was a very nervous time, and you don't really know how the transition's going to be. But yeah, it couldn't have been easier, to be honest. Everyone from the club was so great, and you were made to fit in pretty seamlessly. So yeah, it's a great club and a lot of great people around.
That's brilliant. Excellent. Who did you grow up... Well, we know this now. Who did you grow up supporting, and who was your favourite footballer when you were growing up? Collingwood, Alan Didak, or Scott Pendlebury?
Yeah, I was Kangaroos, and
Okay.
Wayne Carey was my favourite player.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Okay. What was what was the feeling like when you first caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror in your full AFL kit? And it doesn't matter whether it was Richmond or it doesn't matter whether it was Adelaide, but maybe for the purpose of this question, let's go with St Kilda. What was it like when you first got a glimpse of yourself and you go, oh, I'm going out to play for the boys?
The first time I did it at Adelaide, I was only 17 years old, and I thought, how the hell am I going to go out there and play against these men?
Yeah, right.
Because I was pretty skinny and wasn't confident enough then at that stage.
Okay.
But St Kilda, I probably when I first come across to St Kilda and got the trade over here, I guess there has always been a connection between Ballarat and St Kilda, which sort of stuck with me a little bit as well. So it meant a bit for me to come over and get the chance to play for them.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, I think similar. I think, for me, actually not very similar. My first game for Saints was in front of no crowd. So,
Of course,
yeah,
yes.
against the
Yeah.
Kangaroos.
Yeah.
I think we lost. Rowan missed the goal to win it for us. And yeah, so it was disappointing. But so we played... Eddie had lost by 8 or 9 points, and bizarre feeling. Then we went into COVID, so it's can't believe it's
Strange times.
3 years ago, 3.5 years ago now. It's gone quick, but hopefully it never happens again.
There you go. What was the feeling like when you first... actually, I'll go this way. I want to do this one. Since your time at the club, who has impressed you the most with their professionalism, their work ethic and their work rate?
Oh, I really like Mitch Owens. He's a great kid, and his professionalism, his work ethic. You just have to watch him play. He's very brave, and it's great that we've got him because he's so young and he's going to hopefully play for another 12 or 13 years for us.
How good's that? Brilliant. Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely a standout. Wind hugger as well. He's pretty impressive. The amount of stuff he does for. Himself, the time he puts into his body and his training habits are pretty solid. And I think the last few years, coming over from Richmond, you hear about, Max King and what he's going to be like. But when I first saw him, I was like, wow, he's a serious player. And obviously everyone's seen what he can do, but he's had a bit of a tough run with injury. But I think when he gets a full season together, he's going to be pretty scary.
How good's that? Nice. Okay. What is your mindset when you're going out to play? What's your individual focus, and what do you say to yourself to get into the zone?
We do a fair bit of work in that sort of space with our mindset stuff, and we do a lot of preparation. I think it can change obviously week to week depending on what your role is and who you're playing against.
Okay.
A lot of the boys have stuff written on their hands, or I've never really done that. But for me, it's virtually stay calm and back myself in and play to my strengths.
Good. Like it.
Yeah, mine's pretty much just focus around my pressure in the forward half and just try to run and chase and tackle people and just kind of enjoy it as well. I think this year's been pretty exciting and obviously really refreshing with new coaches. So just trying to enjoy every bit of it and just have fun out there.
Is there a lot of that message that goes around at the club? Like, just enjoy it. It's just football. Let's not get too serious about it. You only get one chance at like being at the elite level. Go out there and have as much fun with it as you can. Is that?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we feels like at the club at the moment we've got a great environment. It's definitely been the best year I've had in a long time in terms of fun, and I know it helps when you win games of footy and playing in finals and stuff like that as well. But we're very lucky with and supported by the amazing coaches that we've got at the moment, and so I think for all of us it's just to really enjoy what we've got, and our playing group's a great bunch of blokes as well that get along well, so it makes it easier.
Good. Dan, do you want to follow on from that?
No, I think you summed it up pretty well. But all the older coaches, chat about how it's the best day of best days of your life, your playing days. So, yeah, I think you got to have a bit of perspective on life. Obviously, as you get older, probably in our first few years, you think footy's everything, and you see that a lot with young players now. But I think as you get older, you get a better perspective on it. So, probably helps your footy as well. I think you just relax a bit more, and it probably helps playing better footy.
This is probably a very similar question, but it's just a tad different. Do you get nervous on the big stage, or do you just believe in your abilities to get you across the line?
Oh, you still get nervous, yeah. Still definitely get nervous and have doubts at different times. Your form can go up and down.
Yep.
But I think, we speak a lot about just sticking to what we know and what you can control
Processes,
and all that sort of stuff and your processes and that. But, you definitely do get nervous.
Yeah.
Worry about what the repercussions are after if you lose or whatever.
And that little man gets on your shoulder. Yeah, I know. Yep. What about you though, Dan?
Yeah, similar. I think, we're very well supported at the club. We got so many people in the right places to help us out. We got, a sports psych, we got a welfare manager, we got a leadership kind of coach guy, and just so many resources to talk to. And, if players are getting anxiety or performance anxiety, they can speak to these types of people and get strategies to, help them with that. So, I'm not too bad going into a game, feel reasonably calm, but, we know if anyone needs help at the club, that there's people there for them to talk to.
That's great. Describe for us in one word, the one word that you think best describes each other's attitude towards football.
Oh, that's a tough one. Maybe Butts, you go first.
Handball, yeah.
Maybe Brad's is probably laid back.
Okay, all right, yep, good.
Butts is very professional.
Professional, okay, laid back and professional. I like it. I hope you guys too as well.
Looked after each other there, didn't we?
Yeah. Describe for us your take on each other's sense of humour. Dry, witty, quick, or straight to the keeper?
Oh, straight to the keeper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brad's is dry.
Yeah. I saw that that just happened just then. All right. What is the one headline you'd like to wake up and read about yourself?
Brad Crouch wins the lotto.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, 2023 premiers would be nice.
Oh, all right. Yeah, good. Very nice.
Brad and Dan tied Norm Smith.
Yeah, very good. All right. Who's been your toughest opponent to match up on?
Or probably Patrick Dangerfield.
Okay. Yep.
I played on Mark O'Connor from Geelong. He locked down once and wasn't great, but I think you find halfbacks that get a lot of the ball as well. So, someone like Jaden Short, who he kicked 2 outside of 50 on me, which wasn't great.
Yeah. He doesn't mind that in his little trick bag, does he?
Yeah, there's just so many weapons from other teams. Bailey Dale from Bulldogs, these types that can really hurt you the other way. So they keep you accountable.
Yeah, good, mate. Excuse me. Is there one particular smell or aroma that you can't resist or walk past? Fish and chips, KFC, the smell of baked bread, something like that?
Maybe... Oh, I love Macca's. The smell of Macca's, yeah.
Okay. All right, good. We'll have to edit that one out.
I'm not too sure. Yeah, no, it's an odd question. I haven't had that one before.
Yeah?
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
Sometimes it's just a particular smell that you go, oh, man.
I don't know why, but I like the smell of smoke. But
Okay. You mean like...
I don't
like a
like
bushfire
smoking,
kind of smoke?
but I like the smell, yeah.
Oh, cigarette smoke?
Yeah, cigarette smoke.
Oh,
Kind of
wow.
want it, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That is different. Wow. All
It's a
right.
bit weird, I don't know. It's always been like that.
Yeah, we had one player on, he said petrol, so, you're probably somewhere around there. Okay, good. We'll move right along from that one. What has been the stupidest thing that you've ever been asked to sign?
Oh, just skin occasionally.
Skin, yeah. Someone's forehead.
Yeah, you get some odd forehead requests or... that's about it, I think.
Food?
Yeah, that I can say in the room.
Food, yeah. Yeah, you should check out what Jaden Short said. Whoa-wee. All right. Who is the AFL club that you like to beat the most?
Oh, probably my old mob, Adelaide.
Nice.
Probably Carlton.
Carlton. All right. Yep, with a few fans there. Don't look at each other. Look out into the room. On the count of 3, tell us in unison, in your opinion, which club has the most feral supporters? 1, 2, 3.
Port Adelaide.
Wow. I don't know whether that's amazing. Every player that I've just asked that question to this year has come up with Port Adelaide. That has been amazing. It's either Port Adelaide or, coming in the second favourite is Collingwood. Hey, put your hands together for the boys, please. Don't be nervous, Brad. You'll be fine, mate. I trust in you. All right? Leo's ready to go. Here comes your first one. 45 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. Number 22.
Jack Higgins.
Correct. Number 3.
Zach Jones.
Correct. Number 31.
Ryan Burns.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
James Van Ness. Number 5.
Me. Brad Crouch.
Brad Crouch. Perfect. There you go. Number 30. Pass.
Pass.
Matthew Allison. Number 6.
Seb Ross.
Correct. Number 35.
It's Jack Sinclair.
Correct. Number 7.
Nasiah Wanganeen Malira.
Perfect. Number 9.
Jack Steele.
Correct. Number 11.
Hunter Clark.
Correct. Number 38.
Tom Campbell.
Correct. Number 13.
Ryan Burns.
Correct. Number 44. I'll give it to you. Number 44.
Callum Wilkie.
There you go. How'd he go, Leo? Finished up with a total score of 12. 12. Well done, Leo. Was it 12 or 11? 11. All right. Leo,
me 12,
Leo was
can you?
helping him out. He was, yeah. Well done, Leo. Good man. All right. Score of 11. Now, your turn, Dan. You're going to have to step up to the plate, which means that you're going to be up. You're going to be keeping score for Dan. Let's see how we go here. Your 45 seconds starts with your first one. Your time starts now. Number 16.
Dan Butler. Daniel
Perfect.
Butler.
Yes. Number 34.
Tom Heimel.
Correct. Number 17.
Marcus Windhager.
Correct. Number 20.
Dougal Howard.
Correct. Number 37.
Leo Connolly.
Correct. Number 10.
Machida Owens.
Yes. Correct. Number 4.
Jade Gresham.
Correct. Number 23.
Jack Bytel.
Correct. Number 25.
Matthias Philippou.
Correct. Number 8.
Brad Hill.
Correct. Number 26.
Josh Battle.
Correct. Number 15.
Jack Billings.
Correct. Number 27.
Can we slow this down?
Oscar Adams.
Oscar Adams. Number 40.
Isaac Keeler.
Correct. Number 19.
Rowan Marshall.
Correct. Number 28.
Tim Membry.
Correct. Number 12.
Max King.
Correct. Number 36.
Dan McKenzie.
Got it. There you go. Well done. Look at that. Wow. All right. Total score of either 16 or 17, I think. We have a winner. Congratulations. That was absolutely brilliant. Dan, well done, mate. They represented you. They were very good, but you were very good too. So I've got a prize up here for both of you. First prize is the football. All right. So, Dan, you won that. So that goes to Alana. And Leo, you don't go away empty-handed because no one's a loser here. You get a That's Good Footy football, which your mum Nick's very happy about because now she doesn't have to buy one. All right, so well done, guys. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Leave the paddles there and make your way down. That is great. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Here comes your first question about the St Kilda Football Club. How many VFL AFL Grand Finals has the St Kilda Football Club played in? Tony.
4.
No. Lucy.
6.
Yes. I can give you either 6 or 7 because you played in the 2010 Grand Final twice, okay? So you got 6, all right? Who is your team's captain?
Lucy.
Lucy.
Jack Steele.
Correct. Well done. Who wears the number 6 at the St Kilda Football Club?
Tony.
Seb
Ross.
Correct, mate. Well done. You're off the mark. Closest to within 1,000, how many members does the St Kilda Football Club currently have? Tony.
52.
No. Lucy. Closest to within 1,000.
60.
Yes. 59,006. All right. So well done. Where did the St Kilda Football Club finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Tony.
Lucy.
Ooh, Tony.
10th.
10th is correct. Well done. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and
Tony.
away season? Tony.
11.
11 is correct. Well done. He's more surprised than anyone, I think. This is good. For 2 points, this is for player and goals. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2022 and how many goals did they kick?
Can I have a guess?
Of course you can. That's what the whole segment's about.
Max King.
Yes, very good. That's 1 point. How many goals now for the second point?
43.
No, that guess was going so well until then. Lucy, did you want to have a go?
Max King
Yes?
and 35.
No, it was 52. So
I was gonna say 50.
one
Yes.
point to you.
That's my age. I would have said that.
Oh, sorry, mate. If I'd have known, if you'd had to be your driver's licence, that would have been cool. So 1 point there, that's correct. Out of these three players, who has kicked the most amount of goals in the history of the St Kilda Football Club? Is it A, Stewie Lowe? Is it B, Stevie Milne? Or is it C, Nick Rewalt?
Tony.
Tony.
Nick Rewalt.
Yes, it is. Correct. Well done. Who was the last St Kilda player to win a Norm Smith medal?
Tony.
Tony.
Lenny Hayes.
Yes. And just for argument's sake, do you know what year?
2009.
No, it was 2010, but it doesn't matter. You get the points anyway. This is for 3 points. What are we looking at? 3 versus 6. All right, this is for 3 points. You need this, Lucy. Player, year and votes. How many votes, what year, and who was the last St Kilda player to win a Brownlow medal?
Jack Steele.
Is that your name? Are you calling in first? And you reckon that Jack Steele's won a
He's from
Brownlow medal?
bloody-
Okay.
The other team.
No? No,
Ignore me.
it's not Jack
Tony?
Steele. Yes, Tony.
It was Robert Harvey.
Yes, it was. There you go. Now
That's
give me the
right.
year and the votes.
96.
No. Lucy, do you want to have a go at the year?
90. 1999. 90.
1990, 1999. Okay. You're close. It was 1998. All right. And how many votes?
Tony.
Tony?
34.
No. Lucy?
40.
No. Good.
35.
Yeah, 32.
30.
So just 1 point there. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play?
Tony.
Tony.
66.
Yes.
Collingwood.
Yes,
1
well done.
point.
Yeah, 1 point. Is what
Barry
you-
Breen kicked it.
Bloody Collingwood.
I was about to say you get 1 point for that question and for your answer. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Tony.
1 point. There you go. You get another point. Well done. How many premierships has the St Kilda Football Club won?
Wait, what?
How many? How many?
Lucy, 1.
Yes, Lucy. Well done. All right.
2, but 1.
4 versus 10. It's close now. All right. Out of these three players, who has played the most games in the history of the St Kilda Football Club? Is it A, Nick Rewalt, B, Robert Harvey, or C, Nathan?
Tony.
Lucy.
Ooh, Tony.
Robert Harvey.
Robert Harvey is correct. You get it. Total score of 11, I think. Is that correct? Yes. You are our winner. Well done. You are simply the best. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. Tony, you don't go away empty-handed because you're the winner. And Lucy, you don't go away empty-handed because you're a winner as well. You were both fantastic. Well done. Thank you very much. Simply the best was... Oh! There goes your microphone. Sorry about that, Sam. We'll get that replaced. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They're the experts in home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Morang, Cheltenham, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. Well done. All right, here we go, boys. You ready? You primed?
Yep.
These questions are about the season thus far. They're not about the St Kilda Football Club. They're about the AFL all in general, okay? Here comes your first one. I kicked a goal with 1 minute and 18 seconds left on the clock in a game which we should have put my team in front, only for it to be denied by the goal one player who has since been stood down.
Brad.
Who am I?
Ben Keys.
Ben Keys is correct. Well done. You're off the mark. That's you, Lucas. All right. Well done, champ. All right. On the 11th of July, I was sacked by the club I had coached for 6 years.
Dan.
Who am I? Dan.
Stuart Jew.
Stuart Jew is correct. Well done. Well done. Off the mark. On July the 29th, against GWS in Ballarat, I suffered my second ACL injury.
Brad.
Dan.
Oh, Brad.
Josh Bruce.
Josh Bruce is correct. Well done. Yes, Lucas is on the ball. I kicked a contender for goal of the year in my first year of playing for the club. I'm also a father-son for the Brisbane Lions, and I just...
Brad.
Dan.
Brad.
Will Ashcroft.
Will Ashcroft is correct. I took a break from coaching in May this year, but
Dan. Damien Harwick.
No. You'll get the full question. I took a break from coaching in May this year, but I'm now back in the top job. Who am I?
Brad and Clarko.
Yes, it is. Alistair Clarkson. Well done. Hey, still got a bit of dimmer in you, mate. I like it. Well done. All right. I won the Coleman Medal this year. Who am
Dan.
I? Dan.
Charlie Kernow.
Excellent. And for a bonus point, how many goals?
Dan's 76.
No. Steal them.
78.
78 is correct. Well done.
That's
All
a
right.
guess.
I came third in the Coleman Medal this year with a total of 71 goals.
Nick Larkey.
Nick Larkey, well done. I recently played my 200th game for the Melbourne Football Club. Who am I?
Brad.
Brad?
Jake Melsham.
No.
Max Gorn.
Yes, Max Gorn is correct. Well done. I think we've got a point up here and a point down there. Yeah, okay. I was picked 5 in the 2004 draft and played for 19 seasons at 2 clubs. I've managed to win 2 premierships in my career, and I recently announced my retirement. Who am I?
Dan. Buddy Franklin.
Buddy Franklin is correct. Well done. I was the coach at this club from 2010 to 2023. We won 3 premierships. Dan.
Damien Hardwick.
Damien Hardwick, well done. On the 21st of August 2023, I signed a 6-year deal to coach my new club.
Brad.
Who am I?
Damien Hardwick.
Damien Hardwick, well done.
Didn't get that one.
Oh, very nice, well done. Our club has had 7 wins this year. Who are we?
Brad.
Brad.
Hawks.
Yes, it is. It is the Hawks. Well done. No more comments from the crowd, please. Well done. Oh, I like it. Yeah, come apart. Oh, dear. All right, here we go. I've coached my club for the last 9 years. I also, in this time, coached them to win a premiership in 2018.
Dan.
Brad.
Luke Beveridge. Oh,
No.
just realised.
Adam Simpson.
Adam Simpson is correct. Well done. This year, I chalked up the most disposals of any player in the VFL AFL history. Who am I?
Brad.
Brad.
Jackson. Oh, no. I don't know. I've gone all right.
In Scott Pendlebury.
Yes, Scott
I thought
Pendlebury
it
is
was
correct.
this season. Sorry.
I recently surpassed the games record for most games by an Irishman. Who am I?
Brad.
Brad.
Zach Tui.
Zach Tui is correct. From rounds 1 to 20, I was ranked number 1 for disposals in the league for 2023. Who am
Dan.
I? Dan.
Nick Dacos.
Nick Dacos is correct. We will be playing finals for the first time in 10 years. Who are we?
Brad.
Brad.
Don't know.
Don't know?
No.
Dan?
Carlton.
Carlton. Yeah, that really hurt you saying that, didn't it? Yeah, I can see that. I am my club's leading forward, and I fractured my foot in round 4 against the Bulldogs, and I missed the rest of the 2023 season. Who am I?
Brad.
Brad. Oh, Brad.
Tom Lynch.
Tom Lynch is correct. Well done. I did a hamstring in our club's 17th loss for the season, and shortly after announced my retirement. Who am I?
Brad.
Brad.
Luke Shuey. Oh, no, not Luke Shuey. He played, didn't he?
Who do you think?
Luke Shuey.
It is Luke Shuey.
He came back and played though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Well done. I play a defender-type role at my club, and I recently signed a new 5-year deal with the club after rejecting free agency offers. Our club also finished 11th for 2023. Who am I?
Brad. James Sicily.
No.
Yes.
No.
11.
I don't know.
Mason Redman. There you go.
Of course.
Of course, I like it. I announced my retirement to teammates recently after playing 238 games of football with my club. I hold the AFL record for the most contested possessions in a game. Dan?
Ben Cunnington.
Ben Cunnington is correct. Well done. How are we going score-wise there? 10 versus 11. Whoa, it's close. Yeah. I was once the captain at my club. I'm 33 years of age and a leading forward.
Brad. Taylor Walker.
Taylor Walker is correct. Well done, mate. You have admired him from afar. Well done. I captained my club from 2015 to 2019. I played 330 games of football.
Dan. Shannon Hearn.
Yes, mate. Shannon Hearn is correct. Well done. How are we going now? Ooh. Here we go. I recently signed a massive 8-year deal with a club where my legendary father...
Brad.
Yes.
Nick Dacos.
Nick Dacos is correct. Well done. On August the 5th, I injured my knee with a hairline fracture. Who am I?
Brad.
Nick
Nick Dacos.
Nick Dacos is correct. Well done. I was named inaugural co-captain at GWS in 2012. And after
Brad. Phil Davis.
Phil Davis is correct. 14. Oh, look at that. Lucas he gets the next one ready as well. I like this. Well done, Lucas. You're both going very well, by the way. I recently announced my retirement. I was captain of my club from 2017 to 2022, and I played 280 games of football for my club. Who am I? I'll read it again. I recently announced my retirement. I was captain of my club from 2017 to 2022, and I played 280 games of football for my club. Who am I?
Kocher was captain well before then.
I didn't say Cochin.
Oh, I'm telling these guys.
Don't listen to them. Lucas is just about eating his bottom lip here. How'd you go? No good?
Dan. Luke Shuey.
No. Brad? No? No, 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Brad?
No, I don't know.
No. Lucas?
Jack Siebel.
Yeah! Well done, Lucas. Just poor kid. His bottom lip's gone. He could not wait to get it out. Well done, mate. Good on you. Did you give yourself a point? Yeah! Well done, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. On August the 13th in Tassie, I ruptured my Achilles in my team's... Brad.
Chad Wingard.
Chad Widgard is correct. Only a couple of more questions to go here, boys. 16 versus 12. Yep. I was drafted in 2006. I won 3 Colemans and 3 flags.
Dan.
Jack
Riewoldt.
Jack Riewoldt is correct. I was All-Australian in 2017, 2020 and 2021. I played 213 games as a dominant big man. I was known for my dreadlocks. Who am I?
Brad.
Nick
Natanui.
Nick Natanui is correct. Couple of questions left here. Look at Lucas, he's seen how many points there are left. This is good. Only 2 more questions to go. I was captain of my club from 2012 to 2021. I was premiership captain.
Dan. Trent Cotchin.
Yes. Got it out, mate, finally. All right. I was recruited from the Tiwi Islands, and I've just announced... Dan?
Anthony McDonald, Tippin Woody.
Correct. There you go. And we finish up 15 versus 17. Brad Crouch, you are our winner. Well done. How good's that? Lucas, how wonderful is that? Lucas and Amber, thank you both very much. I needed your help up here, as you could see, because there was a lot of score turning to be done. Well done to both of you. You guys were fantastic. Can't let you guys take all the credit. There's a football. 1 for Amber and 1 for Lucas. There you go. Well done to both of you. Thanks for participating. Good on you, kids. Well done. There you go. If you'd like to be part of the live audience at any of the That's Good for Footy panel shows, we do. Get onto the website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events, because it's always better live. Right, everyone? Yay! There you go, see? Next week on the show, September the 6th, no idea. All right? So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the finals play out. Might get Dan and Brad back. No, they'll be playing, sorry. No good. Remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, you can only purchase them through the That's Good Footy website, www.that'sgoodfooty.com.au/events. That's how you go about it. Thanks to everyone for attending tonight. Great to have you all along. I thought tonight's show was nice and intimate because we left the big room downstairs and came up here to the panorama room, and it felt like we're all sitting together in someone's lounge room, which was good. Very nice. I hope you boys liked it too. What I wanted to say is, when you want to get onto the shows, remember, go through to the website, get onto the That's Good Footy Facebook page. That's where your photos will be tonight. That's where you can go on and sign up. That's where you can get involved in Pay It Forward. All of that sort of stuff happens through there. Can I now just ask you to please thank Sam, my sound engineer, and put your hands together for the lovely Sandy. See, Reg is overexcited. Just that's. We like Sandy, yes, that's good. What I'd now like you to also do is just put your hands together for two wonderful ambassadors of the Kilda Football Club, Brad Crouch and Dan Butler. Wonderful to have the boys along. Thanks for everything that you guys participated in tonight. I loved your candour. I love that you were open. I love that you were forthright. It was great to have you both here. I personally, along with I'm sure everybody in the room, wishes you the best of luck when your game comes up next. Absolutely. Keep progressing further into the finals. You both got your microphone in your hand. Did you have a good time tonight? What do you reckon?
Yeah, good night. I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming and see you all at the game next week.
And Brad, I'll leave the final words to you.
Yeah, thanks for having us, and also got open training tomorrow at the Footy Club if anyone wants to come down and have a look.
Exactly. Yes. And don't forget that question I asked, which was like, what's it like when you have every man, woman, and child asking for your autograph and your selfies down at the club? They're more than willing, they said tonight. All right. So that's great. Go down and enjoy. They'll stand there for an hour on the boundary line. No, they won't. Great to have you all here. Thanks everyone for your support. It's been wonderful. We hope that the St Kilda Football Club progress further into the finals. My name's Damien. This has been the That's Good Footy panel show. Thank you everyone, and good night. Cheers.